is the Rangers Journal Night.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Rangers Journal, the Coping Report. My name's Scott Mackay. I'm your host and I'm going to be running through 6 players who Rangers could potentially sign on a free contract in January, and also maybe available at an knockdown price considering the current situation at their clubs. First person we're going to speak about is Xavi Miamba. He's 22, he's a 6'5" centre back, so he's a big physical presence. He plays for FC Volendam in I think it's the Dutch second division. He's valued at £700,000. Contract expires at the end of the season. He has 11 starts, 971 minutes, average rating of 7.37. 3 goals, 1 assist. He likes to carry the ball out from the back, as you can see from his heat map. He's got a good passing accuracy, 84%. Decent enough long ball accuracy at 55%. Tackles won 78.9%. Duels won 56.1%. Aerial duels won 58.6%. He recovers the ball 2.7 times per 90 on average. He clears the balls 3.5 times per 90, and his interceptions are 0.7 per 90. As you can see from the graph on the right hand side down at the bottom, had a couple of injuries in the past, in kind of January, March earlier this year, but he's been fairly stable at the start of this season. Likes to carry the ball, and wondering if he actually has the penalties for FC Volendam. As you can see, the heat map at the penalty spot's a bit hot. Says that he likes to hit a shot for his graph up the top. A good first touch, he can create a chance. This is very much a defender that likes to drive out of defence with the ball. On FM, he has decent technical ability. He's got good heading, he's good marking, decent enough passing, good tackling, decent technique. He's got an not bad first touch as well. Centre backs at Rangers tend to get plenty of time to get a first touch anyway, unless a team's pressing them. He is valued between 3.5 and 6.6 million on FM. His mental attributes are fairly decent. At the age of 20, where's his age on this? At his age of 21, which that's his last year's version of FM, because they've not made a new one, so he'll be 22 now. He's got decent enough aggression, good anticipation, and like I said, at the age of 22, Philippe Coman can work with him. He's got good jumping reach at 16 out of 20. He's got a fairly professional personality. He likes to try and play his way out of trouble. But like I say, as you can see from his position map, top right hand side, he can play centre back, right back, can play in the 6, can also play a wee bit further forward as well. So he's an interesting player. He's definitely an interesting player that we could be looking at. Well, this isn't players that have been linked, by the way. This is players that Rangers could be looking at due to the pre-contract possibilities. Next one is, I'm just going to call this guy Jordan. He's 27 years old, 6'3". He's a Nigerian centre back with 1 cap. Plays in the Belgian league with Ghent, Philippe Coman's former club. Transfer market value at £5 million. He's made 7 starts this season, 8 appearances, 596 minutes. He's got an average rating of 7.1. He's got 3 yellows, no reds. He's got 1 assist to his name. He's got a passing accuracy 83%. He's got a long ball accuracy of 57%. He's won 54.5% his tackles. He's won 64% his duels. His aerial duels are 81%. He's got 3.9 per 90 recoveries. He averages 1.1% interceptions per 90, and his clearances are 4.8 per 90. You can see if he's seen that, but he's fairly much a left-footed, left-sided centre back. Did have injury problems between January and March, but he's been all clear ever since. He averages about 6.97 average rating. His strongest areas of his game are probably his touches, his clearances, and his aerial duels won. This is a guy that I think has had a host of clubs after his signature in the past, but he's kind of fell back a little bit. I think it's fair to say, because I think he was rumoured to be leaving between like 10-15 million pound at one point, and his values dropped down to 5. On FM, He likes to run through centre of park with the ball, as you can see with his player traits. Drives into space, which is good. He's a powerful centre back. He's got a fairly determined personality. He's left footed. He's left footed. He's 6'4", and as you can see, 25 years old. He's a much more rounded centre back than Mbaya. Good mental attributes, good bravery, good aggression, good determination, good positioning, good work rate, and good physical attributes as well. His jumping reach is probably the most impressive one at 16 out of 20. Decent enough pace at 14 out of 20, good strength at 15 out of 20, and decent agility. Good technical attributes as well. Good dribbling, good first touch, good heading at 16 out of 20, good marking, good passing, good tackling 16 out of 20, and good technique as well. So this could be a very interesting player for Rangers should they decide to once again dip into the Belgian market and to try and unearth another gem. Centre back is something that we need to work on. We're currently using a 36-year-old Leon Balogun. I think it's safe to say Robin Propper's not settled in now. We'll be trying to get rid of him back to Holland in January and bringing in somebody with either a wee bit more of a ceiling or somebody like Jordan who can come in and settle in straight away. The next guy's a number 6. He's Usama Targelin. He was linked with us in January there. I think he's Hamza Agaman's mate because he's got a cap for Morocco. Plays in League One with Le Havre. His transfer market value is 2.5 million. Made 7 starts this season, 574 minutes. He got an average rating of just under 6.8. Pass accuracy 80%. Long ball accuracy of 53%. Tackles won 67%. Duels won of 47%. Aerial duels won of 56%. Recoveries are 3.6 per 90. Interceptions are 1.3 per 90. Clearance is 0.6 per 90. As you can see for the graph at the top right, his touches are probably the strongest part of his game. 64% of his actions are defensive and 51% of aerial duels as well. You can see if his heat map, if Philly likes to get around the pitch. Could this be the answer to Rangers' midfield problems? I'm not sure. He picked up an injury between March and May, but he has been fairly consistent on the park this season. One kind of 2 injuries per year is pretty average for a footballer. We were linked in the summer. Personally, I think we should be going with somebody with a wee bit more experience. Nico Raskin has won me round and made me eat my words in the sense of he was a player that I didn't think had a future at a club, but like I say, he's made me eat my words. He's winning man of the match nearly every week now. He's playing out his skin, but I do think we need somebody with a wee bit more experience to come in there and help these guys because they all still are fairly young. On FM, Targelin he's valued at between 5.8 and 8.4 million. He's on $7.5 a week. He's got good vision at 16 out of 20. That's in his mentals. Good teamwork, good work rate, decent enough positioning. Decisions are 13 out of 20. Composure's 13 out of 20. Anticipation's 12 out of 20. Balance is 13 out of 20. We're into his physicals now. Decent enough pace at 12 out of 20. Media describe him as a defensive midfielder. He likes to bring the ball out of defence, so sometimes with the way Rangers set up, I think it was Connor Barn that would split in to make it a back 3. He would be able to do that role if it's something that Philippe Coman wanted to go back to. He can play as a deep line playmaker, a roaming playmaker, a regista, ball winning midfielder, segundo volante, etc. etc. Fairly much a 6 in the DM role, but he can play as an 8 or further forward in the 10. Next player's Peter Pakorny. He's 23 years old. He's 6'1". He's a central midfielder. Slovakian. Plays for /Wrocław. Transfer market value at £1.2 million. Contract expires 30th of June next year. Made 13 appearances, 13 starts this season. He's got an average rating of 6.94. Played over 1,000 minutes. He's got a passing accuracy of 76%. Long ball accuracy of 59%. He's won 71% of his tackles. He's won 51.4% of his duels. Aerial duels at 68.4%. Recoveries at 5.4 per 90. Interceptions at 1.2 per 90. Clearance is at 2.5 per 90. You can see if you see him up, this guy he's definitely got a set of legs on him anyway. He's fairly active getting around. Yeah, so his heat map states he's a fairly active player. He's he's very good doing about the defensive area of the pitch. You can see if he's heat map, he gets around everywhere, and he's at 96% of defensive actions as well. Yeah, so that's him. He averages just under 7.0 per 90. And FM isn't very nice to him. Says he's a defensive midfielder with a balanced personality with a national reputation. He's valued between 350k to £1 million. He is 22 years old, so there is a little bit of room for potential there. Physical attributes are all above 12 out of 20, which is fairly good. Mental attributes probably need a wee bit of luck. It says here his determination is 3 out of 20, so in terms of coming over to another country and trying to make it work and do well, like we've seen for Raskin, he showed fairly good determination recently to finally show Rangers fans what he's capable of. So this is an attitude that he would need to pick up from players in the same team as him. His composure on the ball is 9 out of 20. His anticipation's 11. His decisions 12 out of 20. Probably his physical stats are where his strengths are, if I'm being honest. Decent technical stats with a decent enough first touch. Good passing. Tackling's 12 out of 20. Decent vision at 12 out of 20. Good teamwork at 11. Good positioning play. Good technique on the ball at 13 out of 20 as well. He's an interesting player. He is 6 foot, so he is tall, he is big as well. But it's not really one I can see Rangers making a move for, if I'm being honest. Next guy is Quinn Poku. I'm probably the most impressed with out of the side. Rangers have been linked to him. He's a right winger, plays for Peterborough. He's got a cap for Ghana. He's valued at 1.5 million. His contract expires at the end of the season. Right, this guy's sick. He's got 15 starts this season. Minutes played 1,300, average rating of 7.61 in a good league, might add. He's got 10 goals to his name for right wing, which is a 24% conversion rate. Now, that's a better conversion rate than most of the SPFL last season in terms of strikers. He's got 5 assists, 3.1 per match, kind of on average. Chances created 1.5 per 90. He's got a long ball accuracy of 44%, passing accuracy 81%. He's got a cross accuracy of 14%. He's got a dribbling success of 47%. Touches the ball on average in opponent's box 4.81 times per 90. And he wins his first share of ground duels as well. You can see if he's heat map on the right hand side that he's fairly aggressive down the right hand side of the park. He just playmates constantly. He's a bit of a tricky player. Likes to try and get a shot off. He's got a good goal return. Likes to take plenty of touches in the opponent's box as well. On FM. So FM say that he's left-footed and he can play anywhere across the front line. Reminds you of Yanis Hadji a wee bit, doesn't it? You get decent enough technical ability. 12, 15 out of 20 for crossing and dribbling. First touch is good at 13 out of 20. Good passing ability at 12 out of 20. Good technique at 13 out of 20. Good determination at 16 out of 20 for his mental attributes. It's probably the biggest one to come out of. And his physical attributes probably need a wee bit of luck in terms of his jumping reach, but if you're needing him to skin a player, then that's basically all you're going to ask him to do. He's a bit easy to get off the ball in terms of his strengths, 8 out of 20, but remember this is last year's version of FM, so he could have improved on that. He likes to curl the ball, use outside his foot, and he likes to try tricks. Imagine having a tricky winger again at Rangers, that would be something, wouldn't it? This guy is available in a free contract. I like the look of him, and I would definitely be signing him for Rangers because he is playing in a decent enough league. He'll have resale value, age of 22. 23 he might be now. He's got definite, there's definite potential there. And we do need a right winger, let's be honest, because Czerny probably isn't going to stay at the end of the season. Last one on the list is Ignacio Aliseda. He's 24-year-old. He's 5'7". He's a left winger who plays for Lugano in the Swiss Super League. Transfer market value at £2 million. He's made 12 appearances this season, 9 starts, 773 minutes played, average rating of 7.30, 6 goals, goal conversion of 19%, 2 assists. He's 1.3 key passes per 90. He's got a passing accuracy of 86%, long ball accuracy of 75%, cross accuracy of 50%, dribble success at 43%, duels won at 49%, touches in opponent's box 6.2 per 90, and recoveries are 3.2%. You can see if you see him up, he's very much a left winger. Likes to switch to play. His strongest parts of his game are probably his shot attempts, his goal return, his touches, chance creating. He's very much pretty much an all-round winger, if I'm being honest. On his FM stats, he can play anywhere behind the striker or even as a makeshift striker. He's 25 years old now. Football Manager value him at 130k at 1.3 million. His crossing is 11 out of 20. Technical attributes are kind of all there for you to see. He's got good crossing, good dribbling, good finishing, good first touch, good passing, good technique. Not so good with a long shot, but it doesn't really matter if you're a left winger. Mental attributes: he's got good aggression, good anticipation, decent enough flair at 15 out of 20. Work rate 13 out of 20. Good acceleration at 15 out of 20. Agility 13 out of 20. He probably needs to work on his balance a wee bit, and his strength as well. Like Poku, he can fairly get took off the ball quite easily. Player traits are he likes to run with the ball often. So yeah, that's the left winger. So we've been through 2 centre backs, a number 6, 2 number 6s. Aye, 2 number 6s. There was a Slovenian boy along with Targeling, and then we've showed you 2 wingers as well. So this was episode 1 of the pre-contract possibilities. We'll be back again with with more that Rangers could be looking at to see in episode 2. So please, if you like what you see, please hit the like and subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button more. We're trying to grow the channel as much as we can. We are putting a lot of work into it. So, but apart from that, please everybody take care, and remember, every night is Rangers Journal night. Cheers.